Hello guys, welcome to the vlog. It is real guilty pleasure. First time drinking coffee in my car and first time driving my baby Honda. So today I wanted to give you a life update and record an honest video speaking about my thoughts, my plans, because I feel my channel is big part of my life and I have a lot of people who really watching every video and follow my life. Less than a month ago, I moved from Moscow to Vladivostok and I feel like it was the right decision for me. If I think about Moscow, so far I don't miss it all. I quite like it here in my hometown. Feel like in this month I settled. Previous few days I didn't film, but we were really busy with the car, meeting my family again, and we pick up the car and we went to the service. My mom was helping me first time driving this car because I'm not a confident driver, okay? I just got my license literally 1 month ago in Moscow before leaving. I think after this crazy Russian driving exam, I have a trauma. And now I feel like I'm doing everything wrong and really I'm scared to drive. But today is my first day driving alone. I'm driving here around Soviet Hills, which is my neighborhood, and it's familiar to me, so not that scary to drive actually. So it's a big progress about my life in Vladivostok, and I want to give you the directions that I want to do with my life and my channel, so you can be a part of the brainstorm, because I know that a lot of people really you can write big comments and you really like part of this community. So it would be cool to see your opinions about stuff, about my channel, and because it's kind of very soon we're going to hit 100,000K and it's time to do cool stuff, guys, right? It's time to do even more crazy adventures around Russia. I think moving from Moscow to Vladivostok was a right decision for me because I really liked Moscow because it's the best city in Russia, but it's so best that it doesn't feel even real sometimes. As people say that Moscow is not Russia, yeah, it truly is. It doesn't show real Russia, guys, but when I moved to Far East Russia, I feel like real Russia is actually here in Far East of Russia because it's very undiscovered region here, and I feel like Far East Russia is a Russia from a memes, a Russia that is famous abroad with bears walking outside, with, I don't know, tigers and whales and 5 meters of snow and crazy driving and panel houses and, I don't know, small towns and huge forests and villages. So I think Far East is a place to be in Russia right now because in Moscow there are so many content creators and so many videos I did about Moscow. So I feel more inspiration here making videos around Far East Russia because it's just not so many content about this region of Russia. Imagine these places like Kamchatka, Sakhalin, Magadan, Yakutsk, Khabarovsk, Primorsky region, border with China, border with North Korea. It's all very crazy. Now that I have my car, I feel like the right decision would be establish a little base here in Vladivostok, and from here we can go and explore other towns. I'm not confident yet that I can do a very big trip somewhere, so don't expect much driving content from me in a recent months. Maybe until it gets warm, I will not drive far away, honestly, because first of all, I need to learn. Second of all, Far East Russian roads. They're very snowy and somewhere can be very bad conditions. And my car, honestly, it's like a baby car. It feels a little bit like a toy car, you know, like it's a it's a very cute one. It's like I feel like it's moped car. I don't know, it is he or she, the car. Will it be girl or boy? I don't know, but the engine is so tiny like this. Like literally the engine is size of, I don't know, iPad. No, maybe even less. Maybe iPhone size. No, more than iPhone, of course. But the engine is very small, but this car can drive fast and can go far distance. It's no problem. But it's just a feeling that it's very light and easy to drive, actually, like moped. When I was driving this car, I remember my crazy trip to Indonesia, Bali. 1 year ago, I did a circle trip around coast of all of Bali. It took me 10 days with big stops around Bali. And the same experience. Vladivostok has similar roads as Bali, like very curved roads around hills. So for me, right now, it's very similar experience driving in Vladivostok like a moped in Bali. What I'm thinking is that so far, I don't want to moving somewhere from Vladivostok. And right now, I'm staying with my mom in her apartment, but I cannot stay there like very long time forever because it's like her apartment and I have a lot of boxes from Moscow. So soon I will need to find my own place again. And what I'm thinking about is that while I'm staying with my mom, I can save money, not paying rent, maybe for 1 or 2 months. But this month's kind of my situation financially, it's very bad again because with the car I emptied my bank account very, very much. And this month we will register this car in a few days. So I need to buy winter tires. I need to pay for insurance, and insurance is the highest price because I'm a very, very new driver. So it was like $250. Maybe for you it's cheap, but for Russia it's like a highest price that you pay for insurance. And then we did a service check for this car, also a few $100s. So I already spent like $1,000 again for this car bills. But it's finally almost done and I'm very happy about it, is that this month I pay this money and then my car is in a very good conditions and I can forget about it. What I mean is that I need to work hard again to build my next plan, what I'm doing. I'm thinking about, should I rent another apartment or no? What options can be, guys? Vladivostok prices a little bit less than in Moscow, but not very cheap as very provincial Russia, you know. So renting apartment would cost around $500 a month for like an average price, something like this, and need to pay months in advance and then maybe agency fee, stuff like that. So what I was thinking is that I want to have some kind of a base, maybe very small, humble apartment just to store my things. And then when I have my base, I can do trips somewhere and feel more content, maybe go into the trips to another town. Because for me, if I pay very high rent for a nice apartment and do the traveling cost and go into the trips and paying rent for a hotel or another apartment, it's too much pricey. Or I'm thinking maybe I should rent a nicer apartment with a nice renovation, because in Moscow I was living in a Soviet style apartment. I did renovations there, you know, and I kind of tired about living in a Soviet style apartment. I want something new. But the new apartments in Vladivostok, they are higher in price. If it's well renovated, it would cost around $700, $800, $900 up to $1,000 I can find very cheap options, but it's going to be again very, very babushka style. And I'm not willing to do another renovations in someone's flat. I don't want to spend any more energy like doing walls and doing big renovations, because no, it's too much energy for me and too much investment. Another thing is that now I have Misha as a comrade, and renting a flat is going to be more difficult with him, because like we have many flats, but if it's with animal, your options are very, very limited. Well, I knew about that. I knew that now Misha is my dog, so now we need to just do it together. Just options will be less, but it's still possible to find. Many owners, of course, they don't agree for rent with pets, but if suggest them give more money for deposit, or tell them like you can check the flat every month, like they can agree. Actually, many people will understand me right now is that this renting situation is such a pain, because when you pay like third or half of your income for renting all the time, it's so difficult. How you save money, it's a problem of our generation. And I know that in the Western countries it's same like this, like you paying a lot, and then how you save money. Like in Russia is the same. Rent can be a really half of your salary. So what do you guys think? Should we rent something very, very humble with Misha as a comrade for a while, and then stabilize our finances, and then we do something else? Or maybe we stay with mom for 1 or 2 months, and then do a more new flat for a long-term rental. Another option I have is that I actually have a part of property. I own a one room in a communal flat building. So my mom is in charge of this room, but it is now in very, very bad conditions, and she is renting it out, because when I was not in town, she was taking care of it and she was renting it out for other people. Another option is that I will take it back, not take it back, I mean just can move there probably, and do a big renovation in there. But the problem is this building is very, very old. It's like a Stalin type building, and it's communal flat. You live there with 2 other people, and conditions is very, very old, like communal style flat. Well, it's actually not that bad, because it has only 3 rooms. And some more communal flats in Russia, they're even more crazy. They can have like 6, 7 rooms, stuff like that, and a shared kitchen and bathroom. But this is pretty much big three bedroom apartment with a corridor, small kitchen and bathrooms, something like that. I have a big room there, not a giant, but it's kind of not small. But I'm not sure really about conditions, because this building is very old, and maybe it will be demolished soon. Like maybe they want to rebuild this street and they will demolish this building very soon, because this building is like 1957, something like this. In such old buildings, you don't know, like, should you invest to renovate it properly or no? But maybe it will stay there for another like 10 years. So it's actually a very good option, because if I will go there, I can live there for very cheap and paying only for like water and heating and stuff like that. The bills maybe around $100. If you think about it, when you pay rent, you give this money to someone else, and you can spend this money to renovate this old flat. But first of all, I want to really see in what condition it is. Maybe it's not that bad, or maybe it will be bad that, this building is only 2 levels, and it has a like roof like this, and maybe the ceiling is very bad. it's rainy, it can like leak the roof. So maybe it will need a very big the capital renovation. How we say in Russia, капитальный ремонт, like very big renovations of the wall. I don't know. Other than my living conditions, what are my plans? I want to go to China definitely. And still, I promise you a trip to North Korea. Yes, it's happening. But you know, guys, I promise you we will go to the Trans-Siberian trip. We did it. I promise you we're going to get a car. We did it. So I promise you we go to Vladivostok. We did it. So long time I promise you trip to North Korea. And we will do it because, yes, we have trips from Vladivostok to North Korea. And when I will establish my finances again, I think I need to do this trip for sure. And China, definitely, to get some Chinese massages and eat some Chinese food. And for shopping, for sanctioned shopping, we need to go to China, guys. And I want to do more content in Vladivostok because for this week that I stay here, I went to the city center, and actually you will be really surprised how many nice places opened here in Vladivostok in the recent years. After Moscow, I'm really surprised that how many talented people actually live here in Vladivostok, and they're not living, they're opening very nice, cute businesses, coffee shops, restaurants, like everything, new public places, you know. So I think it's a lot of things to film here in Vladivostok. It's very good base. Not very crazy as Moscow, but still has everything. Has even sunshine in the winter. I think so far I like it here. It feels more calm and I feel here more like at home. So let's summarize, guys. Until a warm time, I will not go far with my car anywhere, but you can expect a lot of content from Vladivostok, and you can expect my decision about like where I'm moving. You can also write your thoughts and tell me what you think, guys. Let me down below in the comments because it's all very interesting. And I hope with my new chapter and my new life, we are going to reach 100,000 subscribers and do another crazy adventures in the far east of Russia. And maybe this year, maybe next winter, we can go up north to Yakutsk, to the coldest place on earth, and take this train maybe there, or do something like this, or maybe go into snowy Kamchatka next winter. It's all very interesting, guys. So yeah, that was me, Lisa the Russian, and please subscribe if you're first time watching my channel. If you want to learn something more about me, you can go and watch other vlogs on my channel, because I have many different vlogs about life in Moscow, about my hometown, about Trans-Siberian, about my comrade Misha the dog, and other trips, Baikal trip, and many things. So thank you so much, guys, for staying with me today. Please consider supporting my job, and thank you for staying until the very end. I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye bye.